session, and I'm going to have it on YouTube. So yeah. Hello, good evening. I can't tell if anybody's on. This thing's not working. No online viewers yet. Okay. So, good evening. I'm going to be reworking these questions that I did from last night. If you were on last night and you roughed it with me on the whiteboard, thank you so very much. And I am back now to do our session that we did last night and to have it on the screen so that you can see the questions on the screen instead of trying to jot it down real quick. Yes, KD, congratulations. I have my med surge 2 dosage. Okay, cool. Well, I pray that you do well. Awesome, congratulations. Let me get these hand claps out. Yow. That's what's up. You have your test tomorrow? Okay. Well, maybe some of the stuff we're going over tonight will be on there. Okay. So I am going to do the ones that I did last night, okay? And they'll be on YouTube. So, hey, YouTube. Thank you for your knowledge. You're very, very welcome. I'm excited about you passing. That's what's up. All right, so this is the metric conversion, and I'm going to do all of my problems using dimensional analysis. Why? Because dimensional analysis is for those who aren't very good at math, and if you are good at math, you still can do dimensional analysis. It's like solving a puzzle. So what we'll do is read the question. We'll find the goal. The goal is what the question is asking us to find. And then we'll find our puzzle pieces. Your puzzle pieces are going to be things that are in a relationship, like 1 hour is 60 minutes, 1 minute is 60 seconds, 1 day is 24 hours. And then, of course, your conversions that go together, okay? Hey, Lucky Savage, this is just a retry or a replay from last night. So you can have the questions on the screen and it is streaming to YouTube, and then you can have the replay. Because I did some really, really good questions last night, but I had to hold them up and I had to put them on the whiteboard, and we got through the session for those who needed it. So this is just me giving it to you in this format for tonight. Thank you all for the likes and the shares. I appreciate it. Alrighty. So boom. Let's do it. So what is this asking me to find? Oh, what is this writing? Whoa, buddy. Okay. Our goal is micrograms. So I'll write down my puzzle pieces on the slide. I'm DA slow. Well, get DA fast. Speed it up. Okay, so I know that I've got 3.5 grams, and I can't go from a gram to a microgram. I had to go from a gram to a milligram, and then a milligram to a microgram. So I'm going to write those puzzle pieces on the side. So I know that 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams, and I know that 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. Okay, so if I let me move this to the side. If I, all right, sorry. It came out. Why is this in the way? I don't know. It's updated, and I don't like the way that it updates. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I was scrolling, and I had to stop by and say thank you. Yay! Oh, shoot. I just put my little sound effects away. Congratulations. Woo. Okay, love to see it. That's what I'm talking about. Starting this semester off right. Okay, so if I'm looking for micrograms, I'm going to start with what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just excited. That's two victories. Yes, I love it. Okay, so if I'm looking for micrograms, I'm going to choose my puzzle piece with the microgram that's in it. So this one right here. So I'll do 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram. My milligrams are at the bottom. I need my milligrams to go to the top, so it'll cross out. So then I'll use this puzzle piece. 1,000 milligrams is 1 gram. Milligram crosses out. Now I've got gram at the bottom. I need it to go to the top, so it'll cross out too. So then that's that puzzle piece. So 3.5 grams is by itself. I'm just going to put it over 1 so the grams will cross out. And then we can multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and divide. So this is going to be 1,000 times 1,000 times 3.5. And it's going to be 5 zeros. So 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Boom. That many micrograms. Okay. So add a couple of zeros up in there. Yasini. Yashin. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Okay. Makes sense? Makes dollars make sense. All right, moving on. So, cups, 2 milliliters. So this is household to metric, right? So we will do what our goal is to go to milliliters. And you would have got that one wrong. Yeah, it's just yeah, you can't go from microgram to gram. It's got to go from one step to another because they're all separated by factors of 1,000. So that was why you had that 1,000 times that 1,000 times that 3.5. I struggle with what goes on top and what goes on the bottom. Okay, stick around. I'm going to tell you how. Come on. We got another pass. Wait a minute. Congratulations. Is it Nessa? You're welcome. Love it. I love to see it. Keep on coming. Keep them coming. Nurses cometh. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. Congratulations. All right. So I'm going to write my puzzle pieces. So I know I got 10 cups. Okay. So then I need cups to milliliters. So if I got cup, I know that 1 cup is 8 ounces. And then I know that 1 ounce is 30 milliliters. So if I'm looking, you passed 2. Okay, see, I just need to put this on all night. Congratulations. 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 I love it. Yay. Oh, okay. Now my cheeks hurt. All right. Congratulations, y'all. Good job. I'm excited. All right. So milliliters. Boom. I'm looking for milliliters. And another one. Okay. Y'all, I love it. Yes. I'm so excited. Okay. So let's solve puzzle pieces so that y'all can pass like these people who have been coming in here. Y'all tell them congratulations. Big up. All right. So what goes on the top and what goes on the bottom? Let me explain that really quick. So because we got a goal, that's our picture that's on the puzzle box. Okay. We want everything to cross out and to cancel out except for what it is that we're looking for. So the way I know what goes on the top and what goes on the bottom is I start with what I'm looking for. So you see I've got all these puzzle pieces, right? So I'm going to look for the puzzle piece that has milliliters in it. So that's this one. So I'm going to put it on the top and I'm going to put it first. Okay. This is just the replay from last night since I had to do the whiteboard edition because my internet was janky and they came out and fixed it. So it is on YouTube. Hey. Oh, you got Niesta. You got your Hesse. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. So we got YouTubers on tonight too with congratulatory efforts. Hold on. Here we go. OB dosage. Y'all, oh my god. Okay, we can't be just clapping all night. I gotta get through these problems. But congratulations, y'all. I'm so excited. My face hurts. Okay, all right. So, what to put on the top? I'm gonna start with my milliliters. I'm gonna put it first. I'm gonna put on the top, and that's the way I'm gonna do all my problems. Whatever it is that I'm looking for, I'm gonna put it on the top, and it's gonna be first. Okay, so 30 milliliters is 1 ounce. And that's a puzzle piece. In real life, you don't cut a puzzle piece. You keep it together. You don't separate it. If they fall out the box, they don't fall into place, right? So one puzzle piece is a puzzle piece, whether you flip it, dip it, trip it, whatever, right? So you're just manipulating it to how you want it to fit in your puzzle. So if you've got milliliter on the bottom and ounce on the top, and you need milliliter on the top and ounce on the bottom, then you can flip it and it's the same thing, okay? It equals each other. All right, so now we've got ounces on the bottom, so I'll do ounces on the top. 8 ounces is 1 cup. Ounces crosses out, and then I'll use my puzzle piece with my cups in it. So 10 cups, and then it's not with anything else, it's just simply by itself, right? So I'll put it over 1. Cups crosses out, and now I'm left with what it is that I'm looking for. And that's how you cross out, and that's how you put what's on the top and on the bottom. So we want everything to cross out except for what we're looking for. And the only way that they can cross out is that same unit of measure has to be on the top and the bottom. So you can't put a microgram on top of a milligram and expect for it to cross out. Okay, Ashley, you're crossing out everything except for what it is that you're looking for. So you see that the ounces are gone, the cups are gone, and the only thing that I'm left with is milliliter. And that is my goal, to find milliliter. You use what the question is asking you to find, and that is what you want to look for. So we'll do that the same way all night, okay? So we'll do 30 times 8 times 10, which is going to be 2,400 milliliters. Okay. Yeah, I'm so excited. Congratulations. All right. So now we got a BSA, right? This is one that you're going to have to remember a formula for. Okay. I know. I always talk about you don't have to remember formulas with dimensional analysis. Well, you have to have a formula for this one, okay? All right. So, BSA is measured in meters squared. And meters squared equals the square root of your weight in pounds times your height in inches divided by 3131. Or your meter squared equals the square root of your weight in kilograms times your height in centimeters divided by 3,600, and you take the square root of that. Okay, so it just depends on which unit of measure that you want to use, either the US or metric. So which one do you want to do? Pick one, because I only got time for one tonight. I'm trying to get through the rest of these so that you'll have a replay, because last night wasn't it. Yeah. US. Okay. Let's do it. So I'm going to erase the other one, and do not worry, this is live stream. So if you're like, oh, wait a minute, it's gone, go to my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN. Same name all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, okay? And you can look at the replay once we're done answering these questions, okay? So we'll do 80 pounds times 42 inches divided by 3131, and you take the square root. And that's that. Yeah, since it was already pounds, right? Some people are like, well, convert it. Yeah, I don't want to convert. So 80 times 42 divided by 3131 equals square root. So square root is going to be meters squared, 1.035 meters squared. My lives are on Wednesdays and Sunday nights. However, when I came on last night, I was operating on my hotspot because my internet was down at my house, and it wouldn't let me cast my iPad onto the screen like you see us doing now. So I had to resort to the whiteboard, which I'll get you a whiteboard. It's good for studying while you're in school. If you're looking for one, I have it on my Amazon storefront. So yeah, use your whiteboard, and that's what I had to do last night. And of course, I couldn't put that on for a replay because we was We was thugging it. I held up the question and then I wrote on the whiteboard. So now you have questions and answers, and it's available on the stream and available for the replay. Okay. Calculate the daily fluid maintenance volume for a patient who weighs 24 kilograms. All right, y'all on the website. So I'm gonna cut this off. Okay. So there is a formula. Well, there are 3 formulas for fluid maintenance. It depends on what the patient's weight is. There's one for if the patient is 10 kilograms or less, for 11 to 20 kilograms, and then for 21 and up. Okay, since this patient is 24 kilograms, we'll use the latter formula. So it's going to be 1,500 milliliters plus 20 milliliters per kilogram, and that is for kilograms that are over 20. So since the patient's weight is 24 kilograms, I'll take the 24 kilograms and I'll subtract 20 from it, and that's going to be 4 kilograms. Woo, it's slipping and sliding. All right, so this is what we're going to use in this part. Okay, so we'll do 20 milliliters per kg times 4 kgs. Your kilograms crossed out, and then that's going to equal 80 milliliters. So then we'll add this to this. So it'll be 1,500 ml plus your 80. So this is the total amount of fluid that they would need for their maintenance. What shape is that tip called? I don't know. Where do you get the numbers that you're starting with? Talking about the formula? The formula is some genius came up with it. Why is it that? I don't know. They based it off of scientific findings. Evidence-based practice. That's the key word in nursing school. Evidence-based practice. So there are different formulas, and if you go to my website and let me see. Never mind, sorry. That right there. There is all 3 formulas. There's a cheat sheet with conversions and such on there, and all 3 formulas are on there. I just passed my NCLEX. Oh, shucks. And now. Woo-hoo. Yes, congratulations. Welcome to the land of nursing. I'm so excited. If you have any advice for anybody who is looking to take it, please share it. And what kind of specialty you going to? You got a job lined up? What's going on? Let us know. And congratulations. Big congratulations. So you have to memorize that formula. Yeah, you have to memorize that one. Unfortunately. And I mean, some programs might give it to you. I don't know. But more than likely, you have to memorize the formula. And y'all are going so fast. All right. So I'm going to tell you how I did it again. Okay. And I am doing individual tutoring. I opened up some days on my booking site. They're either in the morning, at lunchtime, or in the evening. And if those don't work, send me a message, okay? And we'll see what we can do. All right, so listen. Okay, home health. I love the home health. All right, so, okay, let me do it again. Just let me do it again. I don't even feel like going through all the little steps when it's already, drawn on there. Goodness. All right. Get it together, Carlina. All right. So our formula is going to be 1,500 milliliters plus 20 mLs per kg. And this is for the kgs that are over 20. Okay. Okay. So that's the formula for those who are over 20 kilograms. So since this patient is 24 kilograms and I need this formula for that's greater than 20 kilograms, I'm going to take my 24 kilograms and subtract my 20 from it. Okay? Because the other formulas that we have, if they're 10 and less, is 100 milliliters per kilogram. So then that's 1,000. And then the second one is 1,000 plus 50 milliliters per kilograms. So that's for the ones that are 10 to 20. So then since it's more than 20, you have automatically your 1,500 milliliters, which is that, plus 20 milliliters per kilogram. So that's why I'm subtracting the 20 from the 24. And I'll keep going over these every week, because some people are like, what in the world is this? All right. So since I've got this 4 kilograms, that's what goes on this part. So we'll do 20 milligrams per kilogram. 4 kilograms is by itself. We put it over 1. So then we'll multiply that together and you get 80 milliliters. So then you add your 80 milliliters and your 1,500 milliliters. And then total you get 1,580, and that's per 24 hours. We'll do them. We'll continue to do so. So don't flip out. And then some people do this in their program, some don't. So, oh shoot, here go another one. I lost count. Is anybody keeping count? Congratulations. Hey now. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love it. Go on, y'all showing out. You're welcome. All right. So continuing on. Yes, nurses cometh, defeating dosage all 2024. How about that? So order is 750 mLs of normal saline to infuse over 4 hours. You've got 750 milliliters of normal saline in the bag with IV tubing, drip factor of 20 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will the nurse administer the IV fluids? Okay. We didn't even get math on the NCLEX. I told you wasn't going to get that. If you even get math, you get like the little simplest stuff. It kind of makes you mad because you're like, I just did all of this and I thought it was going to be on there. No, they're going to hit you with those select all that applies. All right. So what are our puzzle pieces? Because our goal is to get drops on the top and minutes on the bottom, right? So when we are solving IV problems, we're looking for the amount of fluid that's going to go into the patient and how long it takes to put it in their veins. You don't want to pay attention to the frequency. The frequency is how often you give a dose in a day, okay? So you're looking for the words that says to infuse in or to infuse over, okay? Or to go in. Those are the words you're looking for, not every such and such hours, okay? That is a frequency, and that is fluff. I don't told you now, so don't use it. So what is our volume? Our volume is 750 ml, and it's going over to infuse over 4 hours. And then we've got a drop factor of 20 drops per milliliter. Okay, and that's all that we need. Okay, so now, Kevin, you in here? Thank you. Go ahead and pin yourself too if you're still here, because I didn't see you come in. Y'all go follow my dude, Kevin, NCLEX content strategist, boot nurse, breaking down all kind of nursing questions and strategies, helping people like you all who are passing the NCLEX. Big ups, y'all. I'm so proud of every one of you who've come in here tonight and said that you had victory over these tests. You can do it. All right. So listen, if we're looking for drops on the top and minutes on the bottom, I start with the puzzle piece that has drops in it, and I put it first and I put it on the top. Okay. Boom. So we'll do 20 drops per ml times my 750 ml over 4 hours. Milliliter is on the top, milliliters on the bottom, and they cross out. Okay, and so now I got hour on the bottom, but I need minute. So I'll do 1 hour is 60 minutes. Hours crosses out, and now you have drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. You said GTT units was on my NCLEX? Really? I had like some little capsules or tablet type of questions. That's interesting. All right, so I got 62.5, and with these, you usually you usually round to the whole number because you can't divide a drop. You go in the kitchen, it's drops coming out the faucet. It's either a drop or it's not. So this is 62.5, so we're rounded to 63 drops per minute. I'm so happy I passed my NCLEX 72 hours with my anxiety through the roof. I know it was. Where did I get 62.5? Can I show the desired over half method? This one, it would just be a formula. So the formula is your volume in milliliters over your time. Well, volume. I messed it up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So volume in milliliters over your time, and it has to be in minutes. Times your drop factor, which is drops on the top and milliliters on the bottom. So you just put it into the problem, and since it is 750 milliliter, and then 4 times 60 is 240, so that's 240 minutes times drops per milliliter, and that's what the formula would be. So you don't have a desired over half, you have to have a formula. Let's make sure I didn't miss any comments. Mama, how do you like it? Hey, alrighty. So here is the highly requested heparin bolus and drip problems. Yeah, boy. Your patient has a DVT. What's a DVT? What's a divota? Oh, a divota. And they have an order for heparin bolus of 1,500 units, followed by an IV drip of 14 units per kilogram per hour. Your patient weighs 127 pounds. You have a heparin vial labeled heparin 2,000 units per milliliter. What will you give your patient for the initial bolus? What will you set your IV pump at a continuous dose drip if your 1,000 ml bag has a total of 40,000 units of heparin? Yep, it's a deep vein thrombosis. What if it broke free? What would it be called? If a clot breaks free, what is it called? What is a moving clot? Because where is it going to? Embolus. Yes, it goes to the lungs. PE. Y'all know stuff. See? You know stuff. I'm excited. Okay, so boom. Let me tell you something. So with heparin, you give heparin and it's got to be in the blood at a level that it's going to work because we don't want them to clot, right? Because we just said that they had DVT, and if it broke free, it's going to go to the lungs, going to kill them. So you have to give a bolus in order for that medicine to get in the blood and be at a level that's going to work. Then it's going to be maintained by that drip, okay? So the bolus part is just a one-time administration of the medicine. It could be a one-time administration of medicine, fluid, tube feeding. It just means that it's going to be given, boom, okay? Not continuously over time as a drip. So it's just one time. So once you use that bolus information, it does, excuse me, it has no bearings on the calculations that we're going to do for the IV drip. Okay, y'all with me? So when you see bolus, don't flip out and like, what is that? It's just one step in that problem. Okay, so we're going to find the bolus. So what is our order for the bolus? It's for 1,500 units, right? So we have 2,000 units per milliliter. Our goal is to see how many milliliters to give for the bolus, right? So we'll do milliliter, over 2,000 units. And then we got units on the bottom, so we'll do our units on the top. And we'll put it over 1. Units crosses out, and then we have milliliter. Don't get confused when they have different units of measures, because heparin isn't measured in grams or milligrams or micrograms. Just like insulin isn't measured in grams, it's measured in international units. So when you see a different unit of measure, don't freak out. Just as long as the unit is on the bottom, the unit is on the top, and they're the same, and they will cross out. Just like milli equivalents. You don't have to know what a milli equivalent is more than you do a man that's on the moon. But if it's on the bottom, put it on the top, cross it out if that's not what the question's asking for. Okay, you picking up what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? All right, so 0.75 milliliters is what we would give to this patient. If this was asking us to round to the nearest tenth, what would our answer be? The nearest tenth. Good job, Amber. That's what's up. All right, I see y'all. 0.8. Okay, so boom. That's it. That's it for the bolus. Okay, now we will find the drip. Our IV drip has to be milliliter per hour, because you're either finding drops per minute or you find a milliliter per hour. Okay, so volume over time. So we need ml per hour. So did I ever even read the problem? I know y'all can read. So anyways, we have our goal. Let's find our puzzle pieces. So our patient weighs 127 pounds. We are ordered to give 14 units per kilogram per hour. And then we have a bag that has 1,000 milliliters of fluid and 40,000 little pieces of heparin floating around in it. Okay. Look, it's late. I don't know. Today was such a Monday. I swear. All right. So if we're looking for milliliters, what do we start with? And don't say unit. Don't say milligram. You start with what you're looking for. Well, I start with what I'm looking for. Some people like, well, I have this. I like to start with this. Or what's ordered is this. I like to start with this. Fine. That's good. But if you don't know what's on the top, what's on the bottom, what goes first, what goes last, start with what you're looking for. Okay? All right. So 1,000 ml over 40,000 units. Then I'll put my 14 units on the top, so they'll cross out because they're not part of my goal. So I already got milliliter on the top and I got hour on the bottom. My units crossed out, but I still got kilograms. My patient's weight is in pounds, so I'll do a conversion. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. And y'all see how I don't touch the weight? When people see pounds in the problem and they know that they have to go to kilograms, that's the first thing they want to do, because that's the thing that they know how to do confidently. Don't touch it. Let the math do the math. So that's adding all kind of extra steps and all of that, okay? The math is going to math once you cross out the units, okay? If you convert prematurely and don't round and cut off decimals, then that alters your answer, okay? And I hate to see you get it wrong after you set it up and you're like, well, the decimal was this, but you cut it off from the weight because you converted it and then you round it. You see what I'm saying? All right. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm going to stop fussing. All right. So everything has crossed out on the top and on the bottom. That's the game we're playing. That's the puzzle pieces that I'm talking about. We want our picture, our equation to look like our picture, which is milliliter on the top, bow bow, and hour on the bottom, bow bow, and everything else has crossed out. So now the numbers will number. The math is gonna math, okay? So 1,000 times 14 times 127 divided by 40,000 divided by 2.2. And you see I put everything in the calculator. Some of these numbers can get really long, and if you don't put the zero down or you put another number in and you don't put it in the calculator, then it's gonna alter your answer. So once again, that's another step. So the more steps that you take, the more mistakes that you can make. So I just do the calculator trick, and what I did was 1,000 times 14 times 127. I hit the divide button, and then I put my numbers in on the bottom. 40,000 divide 2.2. I didn't divide anymore because I don't put the ones in. Equals, and then I just kept it on my calculator. So essentially, I did what I was supposed to do: multiply, divide the top by the bottom. So this is a random, but my teacher gave us a question that was flipped. What do you mean? What do you mean, sir? So, ma'am, can I calculate magnesium? I don't have one tonight, but I'll put one in for Wednesday night. These are just the ones that I had queued up last night that I was not able to do because my internet was down. So, yeah. I will put a magnesium one. It was critical care and it was backwards. What you mean? What do you mean? Where did you take I put it in the vein. It was gone. So somebody asked me, where did I put the 0.75 milliliters? I shot it up into that IV and it was gone into their circulatory system. Because remember, the bolus does not have a bearing on the drip. Bolus and a drip are two separate things. That's why it's two separate parts of the order. You got a bolus order and you have the medicine that's available for it. Now you can give a bolus out of the bag, and especially in the hospital settings, you'll give a bolus and you can give it out of the bag, or they'll have you draw it up from a vial and do an IV push. But on these questions, it'll tell you have a vial that's labeled this, you get the bolus out of that. Then you have a bag, and then this, and then what you set your pump for milliliter per hour, okay? I wish I could tell you it was flipped. Like, what type of problem was it? Was it weight-based? Like microgram per kilogram per minute? You're not giving me nothing. Tell me more. All right, so the healthcare provider orders normal saline 1,000 mLs to run at 125 milliliters per hour. How long will this IV infusion run? Microgram per minute. Okay, so what was the problem? Put microgram on the top, minute at the bottom. All right, so what are we looking for in this one? This is exactly how I need this stuff broke down. Well, stay here for a minute. Stay with me. All right, so we are looking for hours, right? Because that's what time is. We're going to be looking for hours and time, because when we get an answer, we're going to get a decimal and we're going to get a whole number. And the whole number is going to be the hour part, and the number behind the decimal is going to be the minutes. So D has already answered the question, and obviously we don't have any decimals, so it's just going to be 8 hours. Hey, Nicolette. Nicolette T. All right, so what are we looking for? Hours, right? So we have 1,000 milliliters. That's a puzzle piece, and it's by itself. Don't try to add stuff to it. So a lot of people try to add stuff or take stuff away or put it over this or put it over that. If it's not with anything, let that one little thing be single, okay? If something is together, in or over, then they're together. Keep what's together, and keep what's single, all right? So then, let's see, we have 125 ml per hour. You're awesome. Thank you. You're awesome. Oh, shoot. You got a 95? Hey. Congratulations. Yes, I do, Gabriel. Oh, that's my son's name. Send me a message, or I've got several morning sessions, some lunchtime sessions, and then some evening sessions. So if those don't work, then send me a message, okay? All right, so if we're looking for hours, we're going to start with what we're looking for, okay? So I need this puzzle piece. And remember, I can flip a puzzle piece and it's still the same, right? So hour on the top, 125 milliliter on the bottom. So I got milliliters on the bottom, so I'll use this one to go on the top to cross it out. I'll put it over 1 milliliters cross out, and I'm left with hours. So now all we have to do is divide 1000 by 125, and that's going to be 8 hours. Now look at that. Now look at this. You can do every single problem besides fluid volume, fluid maintenance, because you have to know, and BSA, because you have to know the formulas for those. But stuff like this, you can just set it up. What does it ask me to find? What are my puzzle pieces? Do you have any questions with calculate? I did one. I did it a couple of minutes ago. So if you want to, you can go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and then look at the replay. That was easy. Yeah. Okay, is cross multiplying the only way to do dosage? No, you could do desired over half, and you don't cross multiply. You multiply across the top, you multiply across the bottom, and then you divide the top by the bottom. The cross multiplication is when you do ratio and proportion. This is not ratio and proportion. Okay, yeah, we back in business. I told you I was gonna fix it. I had to fix it. I had to fix it quick. I love math so much. Yeah, me too. Yes, dimensional. Can you do some pediatric? Do I have some? I think I do. I think I got a safe dose on here, Azalea. Okay. So, and thank you for the follows, the shares, the likes. I appreciate y'all. Okay, I will. But what about calculating the output? I think I got some output. Did I do that? I don't know. I have to see. Can you explain how to determine the goal? Okay, yes. So how you determine the goal? You determine the goal because it's going to tell you what it's asking for. So let's read. The doctor orders a 1,000 milliliter bag of IV normal saline to be infused at 20 drops per minute, right? Drop factor is 15 drops per milliliter. You start the infusion at 0030, so that's midnight 30, right? At what time will the infusion be complete? So we are looking for what? Time. Okay, so remember how we just did one with time? We are going to be looking for hours. Okay, so what are our puzzle pieces? We've got a 1,000 milliliter bag. Okay, looks like a puzzle piece, and it's by itself. Just leave it by itself, and it's going at 20 drops per minute. Okay, and then the drop factor of the tubing is 15 drops per milliliter, and then it says we start at 0030. We don't need that part, okay? Because that is already the time that it starts at. We want to see the time that it ends. All right. So if we're looking for hours, we're going to start with hours. But guess who don't have any hours in their puzzle pieces? Me. But guess who's going to put it on there anyway? Me. Because I know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. Did you see what I did? Did you see what I did? Did you see it? Did you catch it? I always start with what I'm looking for. And this is one of the reasons why I say I'm going to start with what I'm looking for. Because you could have started with minutes, but then you probably wouldn't known to do the conversions if you got caught up in the flow of things, right? Start with what you're looking for. You don't have to go and find it. All right. So boom. Minutes. I'll use this puzzle piece and I'm going to flip it. So minute over 20 drops. Minutes crosses out. Now I've got drops on the bottom. I'll put my drops on the top. 15 drops per milliliter. Drops cancels out. Now I've got my milliliters. So I've got 1,000 ml. And remember, it was living single, Khadijah. I put it over 1. Okay? Why did you drop out? You should have came here first. Go back in the row. Oh man. All right, so we're left with what? Hours, which is what we were looking for, right? Right. All right, so we'll do 15 times 1,000 divided by 60 divided by 20. It equals 12.5 hours. Okay, so look, this part is your hours part, this part is your minute part. In order to find the minute, the light bulb, I love a good light bulb moment. Yes. Woo. Okay, so in order to find the minutes, I'm going to take everything behind the decimal. You right, Venus student nurse. You're going to multiply it by 60. So 0.5 times 60 is 30 minutes. So if we start at 0030, which is midnight 30, and I've got 12 hours and 30 minutes, right? So I'm going to take my 30 minutes away from here, and I'm going to add it to my already 30 minutes that I have. So this is just going to leave me with 12 hours. So this is the minute side. This is the hour side. I'm going to add 30 minutes and 30 minutes, which is going to give me another hour, right? And now I'm going to add my 12 hours to my 1 o'clock. And that's going to be 1300. So that's what time we're going to stop. Yay, that's how a chick do it. Is this class mandatory? Yup. You don't have to be good at math. The way that we're doing this now, anybody can do this. I did not one step of math until the end. And that was multiplying and dividing. And I know you can multiply and divide. So y'all see how we did it? I wish I had more info. Me too. For JBW. Because, yeah, I know I'm going for business. Okay, then. Okay, cool. When do I go live? So normally, this is really outside of my element. I need to be in bed. But I go live on Sunday nights at 7:30 and Wednesday nights at 8. And it's Central Time. Okay. And last night we had to resort to the whiteboard. And I usually put this on YouTube. And I wasn't able to. So here you are with the questions and the answers broken down, because I had to hold it up like Vanna White and then run to the board and do it. I take my real one in a couple of weeks. Okay, well, I pray you do well, and then you can come back and we can clap for you. Hey, do you have to calculate this freehand at the start of the shift? Talking about the other one? Man, so you usually will use this, that one that we just did, to kind of just see how long your bag is going to last, because you don't want your bag to run dry. So if you've got it going at this and you got this much in the bag, you're trying to see about what time do I need to go in and check and make sure that I need to switch the bag out. Does that make sense? Okay, can you explain the time again? Talking about adding it together? Is that what you mean? Uh-oh. Thank you, Jennifer, for the rose. I saw it pop up this time. I took my practice test for dosage calc today, and you got 100 on my 2 Chainz voice. Yes. Oh, I love it. Congratulations. I think, Gab, I answered that one. You and somebody kind of asked the same kind of question, so I answered it 2 in 1. Can I do another one? I'll do another one on Wednesday. Let's see. It's hard to know not to set it up. What you mean? And you okay, Bree, you taking yours tomorrow. Okay, I pray you do yours well too. Took my advanced math for med-surg, got a 96. Oh shoot. Come on, claps. Okay, I got 12 and a half hours and got lost after that. Oh, you mean like adding the times together. So I just actually did a YouTube video about a week ago. about a week ago, and showed you how to add the times together. So what I did was, since I had 12 and a half, well, wait a minute, let me move myself. Ha. I had 12 and a half hours, right? And if I started at midnight 30, if you add 30 plus 30, you're going to get 60, right? So that's going to be another hour. So therefore, I just took that 30 minutes and went ahead and added it so I can have my hour. And I subtracted it from this one over here, right here. So then if I had 12 hours left, I'll add it to that 1 o'clock. So it'll be 1300. So you're just adding together, just adding the times. Can I explain Parkland formula? Parkland is the body surface percent, the weight, and what was it? What's the third part? Oh my God, you caught me off guard. I'll do one. I'll dig one out for Wednesday for Burns. I love med math now that I completely understand it. It took me a minute, but I love dimensional. That's what I'm saying. I hated dimensional analysis in school. Did not like it at all. Thought it was too much and didn't know what was on the top, was on the bottom, was on the side. Like, why you got this? And I mean, until I figured it out and I broke it down, I was like, oh, and like the light bulb came on. It's just like, how do you ensure that nursing is the right path for you? Trend. I pray about that thing. You know, you can get as much insight and input as you want, but to you speak with the higher up. That's all I'm saying. All right. So drug A, 60 milligrams in 50 milliliters of D5W IV to infuse at 20 minutes by infusion pump. What's the infusion rate in milliliter per hour? So what is it that we're looking for? What is the question asking us to find? It is asking me to find this. So my goal, I was going to write it twice. My goal is milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. Okay, so is this asking me for a milligram? Is this asking me for a microgram? Is this asking me for a gram? Do you see any of that anywhere in that goal? Nah, bruh. So that's how you use your goal to kind of go through the fluff. Okay, so just like when you have your milliliter per dose, milliliter per day type of problems, that trips a lot of people up. Is it asking you for this? If it's not asking you for it, don't put it in there, okay? That kind of helps you to navigate through the problem. So I need volume and I need time. So if I've got 50 milliliters, it's to go infuse over 20 minutes. All right, so I got my milliliters at the top, but I got minutes at the bottom. So I know I need minutes at the top. 60 minutes is 1 hour. The minutes crosses out, and now I've got milliliter on the top and hour at the bottom. And that's that. And who said you don't have enough time to do dimensional analysis on a test? Look at what I just did. So we'll do 50 times 60 divided by 20. And that's going to be 150 milliliters per hour. And once again, I put in the calculator, all my numbers across the top, and hit multiply. Once I get to the top of the line, hit divide, and then my bottom number. And I don't put the 1 in because it doesn't make a difference. And then hit the equal sign 1 time. Are you clapping for me? Okay, I clap for myself too. Hey, clap for Nurse C. All right. Alrighty. Let's see here. Here's a safe dose. Here you go, Venus. Here you go, Venus. Here you go. You're welcome. Drug D, 15. Yes, it's dimensional analysis. 15 milligrams IM is ordered for a child who weighs 18 kilograms. This is a safe dose for a child that is recommended Is this a safe dose for a child if the recommended safe dose is 8 to 15 milligrams per kilogram per day in 6 equally divided doses? Yes, I tutor. Send me a message if you would like to study. Okie dokie. All right. And so, what is this asking us to find? It is trying to see if it's a safe dose. So, you determine that using the range right here. Okay? Notice it said milligram per kilogram per day. That is the total that they can receive per day. We want to see if it is a safe dose. Okay, so we are going to be looking for how many milligrams we can give per dose. So since that is how much that we can give all day, we can't give that all at one time, can we? We're going to blow up their liver. We're going to blow those kidneys, right? AKI just waiting to happen. But it tells us we divide this into 6 equal doses. So in one day, you give 6 doses. Okay? So look what we're going to do with that. Our goal is to see how many milligrams in a dose would be safe. So we'll do 8 milligrams per kg per day. All right? The patient's weight is 18 kilograms. So I'll put that on the top and it crosses out with my kilograms. And now I have milligrams per day. I need milligrams per dose. So I remember I said in one day, I have 6 divided doses. So days crosses out and now I have milligrams and dose on the bottom. Okay. So we'll do 8 times 18 divided by 6. And that's going to be 24 milligrams per dose. That is the least amount that they can get that would be effective but safe. And then we'll do the same thing with the 15. So 15 milligram per kilogram per day times my 18 kilograms. I'll put over 1. Kilograms crosses out. And then in one day, I give 6 total doses. Okay? Day crosses out. Now you have milligram at the top and dose at the bottom. Use your goal. Okie dokie. That's what's going to give you direction. Did I do the last one right? 8 times 18 divided by 6. Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm just paranoid now. 15 times 8 divided by 6. Do y'all like put it in the calculator more than one time to make sure you have what, the correct thing is? I know I can't be the only one. All right, so 14 milligrams per dose. All right, now check this out. Check it out. Your safe zone, the green safe zone, right, is 24 to 45 milligrams per dose, okay? So this is what's safe. Anything less than or more than is not safe. Not safe. This right here is your safe zone. So that's the green safe zone. Outside is the red zone. Okay. So now what you will do is look at the ordered dose. So what's ordered is 15 milligrams. Okay. So is 15 milligrams inside the safe zone or not? The least you can give is 24. The most you can give is 45. So 15 milligrams is not enough. It's too low. It's not safe. It's not therapeutic. So this is not a safe dose. Make sense? I didn't have to do the 2.2 because the patient's weight were already in kilograms. Makes dollars make sense. Boom, boom, baby. And I like it. Hey. Okay, you got it. Boom. Okay. All right, and here's an intake and output. I can do this on the whiteboard because, yeah, it just wouldn't work. So that's why I saved it for tonight. Okay, so calculate the total. Ouch. Calculate the total input and output in milliliters for 12 hours shift from 7P to 7A. Okay, so we got lactated ringers going at 125 milliliters an hour. You got NG tube that it was irrigated 4 times with normal saline, 30 milliliters. You got NG tube output, which was 275. You got a pleurovac, so they've got a tube pulling out whatever types of serous sanguinis or serous fluid, okay, or purulent, whatever's coming out of that, 140 mLs. And then you've got urine output, which is 680. Okay, yeah, Emily, I'll do some more on Wednesday night because I'm not sure, do I have some more? But if you want to see some more pediatrics, I did a session not this Sunday, but the last Sunday. So you go to my YouTube channel, you go on the playlist where you see the live replays, and it says Peds Focus on it. And then I did one in April as well. So if you want me to give you that link to that video, then send me a DM because I've got that one like saved because that was the only one that I did prior to the one I just did. Okay. So listen, all right, what we want to do is get everything into milliliters and add them together. What goes in at room temperature, that's liquid, is input. What comes out, that's liquid, is output. Okay, you're welcome. So listen, you got lactated ringers, right? And it's been going continuously for 12 hours. So you need to times that by 12 to get the amount of fluid, okay? So we got 125 times 12. So that's 1,500 mLs, okay? So we got 1,500 milliliters. We're do input first, right? So the irrigation, that's what you put inside, okay? So it says 4 times with 30 milliliters of saline. So you do 4 times 30. So that's going to be 120 milliliters. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, then it says nasogastric tube output, that's coming out. Pleurovac, that's coming out. Urine output, that's coming out. So the only thing that was input was those 2 things at the top. So right here and right here. So 1,700 is going in, okay? And then output, we've got 275 milliliter, 140, and then 680. So 275 plus 140 plus 680 equals that. So that's input, that's output. And the only tricky things with this is like ice. If you are ordered like 4 ounces of ice, you will only record 2 because ice doesn't stay ice. It melts, right? So you'll have to do half of that. What did I put? Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I know what I did. Sorry. I didn't line up my zeros. I'm sorry. Wait a minute now. God dog it. Wait a minute. Don't come at my neck too harshly. Good Lordy. I fixed it. There you go. Shoot. Look, I don't set up here and stood on a handstand, did the toughest doggone questions, and I add something, and y'all about to take me out. Good gosh. So the Peds one is on YouTube. Yeah, that is one I did. Count ice with half. I missed the question. Yeah. Okay. All right. We good now? We back right? We're good? Okay. All right. I mean, my bad. It is late. I'm sorry. All right, so here's one of my favorite types. So a lot of people swear up and down by desired over half, and I'm okay with that. But then when you get to stuff like this right here, you're going to want to do puzzle pieces, okay? So micrograms per kilogram per minute is what we're looking for, right? How many times a week do you go live? 2. You're new here? Hey, welcome. Okay. I usually go on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, but last night my internet was down and it was a little janky. So now I'm just trying to make up and put it on YouTube so that you can see the replay instead of me drawing on a whiteboard and holding up the signs and questions and, not really, grasping it. Can you do a regular conversion where you have to know the amount of liters? We just learned this Thursday. Chef, Ash, yeah, I can do it. Just remind me, okay? Does this help with med calc? Absolutely. You're in the right spot, Kira. Watashi wasa. Okay. Anyways, a client weighing 125 pounds is receiving drug D at 15 mLs per hour. Drug D is labeled 500 mgs and 200 mLs of normal saline. So we are looking for micrograms per kilogram per minute. All right. So we want micrograms at the top, kilogram at the bottom, and minute at the bottom. Why is it set up like that? I don't know. Math was not my major, nursing was. I'm just like you. But I know that I need micrograms per kilogram per minute. So we want microgram on the top, kilogram, and minute on the bottom. Just like how it's set up in the other weight-based problems, that's how we want it to be, okay? All right. So what are our puzzle pieces? We got 125 pounds. We've got 15 ml per hour. We've got 500 mgs and 250 milliliters. And that's all we got to work with, right? I'm getting tired because I'm just slapping this stuff up here. Lord. Okay, don't get confused. Let's work through it, okay? If we are looking for microgram. Sorry. Let me correct myself before y'all get the tiki torches. If we're looking for micrograms, we're going to start with micrograms because that's what we're looking for, okay? We don't have any micrograms in sight, do we? But we have milligrams, okay? We can convert microgram to milligram, so it's okie dokie to start with a conversion, okay? So I'll do 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram, okay? So now I've got milligrams that I can put in my puzzle, right? 500 milligrams over 250 ml. Milligrams crosses out. 250 ml. Milligrams crosses out. 250 ml. Milligrams crosses out. Here we go again with that. Y'all sit here. Nope. It always wants to do this. Like, it has to do this once out of the live. Like, I don't know. They hate our love. All right. So I started with 1,000 micrograms because I need micrograms at the top. So I didn't have micrograms in my puzzle pieces. I had milligrams. So 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram. So then I put my 500 milligrams at the top so I can cross it out with this at the bottom. So now that's gone. Then I put my milliliters on the top so they'll cross out. Now I've got hour at the bottom. I need minute. So I'll do 1 hour is 60 minutes. So hours crosses out, and now I have minute. So I already got microgram because I started with what I was looking for. Now I got minute. Now I got to get my kilograms. So my patient's weight is in pounds, okay? I need kilograms. So I know that 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram. All right. Now I got kilogram at the bottom. It can stay, but these pounds have got to go, right? So what am I going to do? Am I going to put it on the top or I'm going to put it on the bottom? I'm going to put it on the bottom because what's on the top, it's got to cross out with what's on the bottom. Okie dokie. Same thing that we be doing. Okay. So 125 pounds crosses out. 1. Now you've got microgram on the top, minutes, and kilograms on the bottom. Y'all solved it yet? What'd you get? Let's see us fall. They want to see us fall. 2.2 divided by 250 divided by 60 divided by 125. Whoa, buddy. 1,000 times 500 times 15 times 2.2 divided by 250 divided by 60 divided by 125. I got 8.8 micrograms per kilogram per minuto. Ebony, hey, how you doing? I told you I had to make it up. I had to put it on YouTube so that it could be on replay because these were some good questions last night. But you know what we went through. I didn't have a good internet connection, so I had to do it on the whiteboard. Okay. So what do y'all think about this one? Did you get it right? Are you looking cross-eyed? What's up? So it's okay to work backwards. Absolutely. And it's okay to start with a conversion. 566, we did a safe dose. I have some more on Wednesday. Why for so is your YouTube a blessed RN? It is. It is. For why for some reason I always put the pound on the top, then the conversion is kilogram on the top and the Tejada. I don't know. I just messed that up. My bad. What you talking about? What are you talking about? I got lost in that one. You put the pound on top, then the conversion is kilogram. Whatever you're looking for, you put on the top and on the bottom. You do it opposite so it'll cross out. If that makes sense. That makes sense? Okay. And I made simple mistakes. And I got here late. It's okay. I wasn't supposed to be here. When doing the calculations. Okay. Got you. Microgram on the top. Kilogram in minute is on the bottom. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Tejeda. So, okay. I got. Is there. Okay. Given 500 milligrams, we need micrograms. She did the conversion 1,000. Yeah. Okay, y'all working it out in the chat. Please help. Yes. All right, so boom. Here's one of these milliliters per doses question, right? It's Monday. Hey, Miss Barbara, it's Shirley. Woman to woman. They get confused because it's 3 units involved. So, okay, listen. All right, before I go, let me back it up. All right. Okay, listen, Linda. Okay, because microgram is on the top, kilogram and minute is on the bottom. It does not matter which order they are there, just as long as they're there. So if you had kilogram and minute on the bottom and you did like other conversions or lined them up, just as long as whatever is on the bottom is crossed out except for kilograms and minutes, and what's on the top is micrograms. Okay, that's why we wrote the goal, because remember that's the picture on the puzzle box. And we want our puzzle to look like the picture on the box, right? So everything else has to line up and cross out. So you see we got rid of all those other units. Oh, I'm up here trying to write and I ain't turn my pen on. They're gone. They're gone. Everything is gone. Except for this one on the top, this one on the bottom, and this one on the bottom. It does not matter what order they're in, just as long as it looks like the goal as far as placement, okay? I'm stressing bad. Don't stress bad. Come see me. I need to schedule a one-on-one with you. We had our first chat. Okay. Send me a message. Send me a message. I got you. Got it? Got it. All right. Boom. All right. A provider orders drug C, 1.5 milligrams per kilogram per day by mouth, divided equally every 12 hours to a child who weighs 44 pounds. Available is drug C, oral suspension, 40 milligrams per 5 milliliters. How many milliliters should the nurse administer per dose? Okay? Yeah, princess, I heard that. I've heard that a lot. Alrighty. So we are looking for what? What is our goal? Milliliter per dose, right? So ml on the top and dose on the bottom. So what are our puzzle pieces? We have 1.5 milligram per kilogram per day. So that's our order, right? So listen, this is the whole amount per day, right? We are looking for dose. So therefore, we will use the frequency. So if it's got day involved in some way, shape, form, or fashion that either you're looking for or the dose has it indicated that that's per day, then we need to look at the frequency and see how many doses we're given in a day. Because this is to be given every 12 hours, we're going to divide 24 by 12, which is going to give us 2 doses in a day. Okay, so one day has 2 doses. Our patient's weight is 44 pounds. And then our medicine is 40 mgs per 5 ml. Okay, take my NCLEX tomorrow afternoon. This is so good. You must come back, KB, and let us know how you do. I think you may have to go basic, like you said. There are new people who just started. Mary Bray. Okay, so if you want a breakdown, just a simple introduction to how we solve these problems. It's getting late. I don't even know what I'm saying. If you want a breakdown for a simple introduction to this and how you can set your problems up, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. So we're looking for milliliter on the top and dose on the bottom. So we'll do 5 ml. I flipped it. Okay. So my milliliters are at the top. So now I've got milligram at the bottom. Thank you. I appreciate your input and your moderating. I appreciate it. Good looking out. Okay. So listen, we got milligrams at the bottom. So I need milligrams at the top. What's on the top and what's on the bottom have to match. They have to be the same unit so that they cross out. I am trying to get everything to cross out except for milliliters at the top and dose at the bottom. Okay. So I use this puzzle piece. 1.5 milligrams per kilogram per day. Milligrams crosses out. I'm so used to my A1s from day one. So like all these new people, I'm like, hey, new friends, my bad. So what day would be a good day to do a intro to puzzle pieces? Let me know in the chat. So we got kilograms and days on the bottom. Both of those are not part of the goal. So they have to go. So I know I'll start with my kilograms. My weight is in pounds. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Kilograms crosses out. And then I've got 44 pounds over 1. My pounds crosses out. And then I've got day left. So I'll use this one. 1 day has 2 doses in it. Days crosses out. Now you're left with milliliter on the top and dose on the bottom. She said tomorrow. Wednesday next week, not Sunday. Sunday to start their week all right. They always doing kilograms on the top. That's just be trying to confuse me. So it don't matter if it's on the top and on the bottom, just as long as what's on the top and what's on the bottom crosses out. So in this case, you have your kilograms on the bottom because it's in the three-way with the milligrams, the kilograms, and the day. Only one can be on top, two have to be on the bottom. Okie dokie. So listen, the kilogram is on the bottom, so it has to go up top. But what the thing is with these relationships, they all equal, okay? 1 kilogram is going to equal 2.2 pounds if it's on the bottom, or if it's on the side, or if it's on the top. It does not matter. These things equal each other. We're just flipping them to make sure that it is on the opposite part, so that if you got one on the bottom, it's put on the top. If it's on the top, you got to put it on the bottom, because they have to cross out. That's the name of the game, crossing out the units until we get only what is on the top, which is milliliter, and only what is on the bottom, which is dose. Does that make better sense? Okay, so let me, I was trying to read. Let's see. How are you so good at this? Baby, I've been a nurse for 14 years, okay? And then I was a pharmacy technician before. This is my thing. All right. Don't be coming on here asking about all that other stuff. No, I did pretty decent in school, but I really like dosage calculations. So I got 1.875. So if this were to be rounded to the nearest tenths place, what would our answer be? I need to go to church and pray. We can pray. Hey, Sam, the bougie nurse. It's okay. If you got here late, I did this so that I can have it on the stream for replay on my YouTube channel. So A Blessed RN is my YouTube channel, and I've got multiple sessions from last year. Yeah. So you've got stuff to work with until Wednesday night when we come on. Okay. So yes, it'll be 1.9 mLs. I won't be able to do it. Won't be able to do what? So in real life, I'm worried that since there won't be a problem asking me if the direct result, I won't be able to do it. I don't know. I rounded it to 1.9. This is still to my mind. Thank God I got it. Okay, you're a PhD? Awesome. Count them pills. Put them SIG codes in. Okay, do you have, do you do one-on-one session? Yeah, just send me a message. Do you multiply everything on the top? Yes, so you multiply everything on the top, then everything on the bottom, divide the top by the bottom. Or you can do the calculator trick. So you put in all your numbers across the top and you hit multiply in between those. And then you hit divide once you get to the end of the line at the top, and you put your numbers in on the bottom, but you hit divide when you do the ones on the bottom, and then you hit the equal sign one time. So you do 5 times 1.5 times 44, divide 40, divide 2.2, divide 2 equals, and you get the answer. I know that it's asking me for milliliter per dose, so I can do it, but in real life, does the order say... In real life, it is nothing like this. Y'all gotta calm down. You just need to know and realize, okay, this is per day, per dose. They're gonna give you the ordered dose, okay? Now, when you go down, if you don't have these pharmacy systems and PISA systems, that's when the stuff gets tricky. So you just need to make sure that you're giving the amount per dose and not the whole thing per day, okay? I'll stick to the regular. What? The regular what? Oh, you talking about the calculator trick? I'm telling you, once you, y'all be so scared. Don't be scared. But hey, if that's what gets you by and you've been doing it good, don't change it. Don't shake it up. But that's just a trick so that you won't have to multiply out all your numbers, because sometimes those get big. And you're like, ooh, that's big. And then you start dividing. You're like, okay, it got back small. But sometimes you got a lot of zeros in there. So it keeps you from having to multiply, write it down, make sure you put it back in the calculator just right. Then multiply, write it down, put it back in the calculator, divide the top by the bottom. So it's in essence the same thing. And it causes less errors when using the calculator trick. Okay, Hannah, you better clap. All right. So the provider has drug G 55 mics per kilogram per hour for a child weighing 18 pounds. Drug G is applied 25 milligrams per 500 mLs in normal saline. Calculate the infusion rate in milliliter per hour. Yeah, I will show you how to do the calculator trick when I finish writing this one out, okay? All right, so we're looking for milliliter per hour, ml over hour, okay? Our puzzle pieces are 55 micrograms per kilogram an hour, and we've got a patient that weighs 18 pounds and 25 milligrams and 500 ml, okay? If I'm looking for milliliter, I'm going to start with the puzzle piece that has milliliter in it. This one. And I'm going to flip it to put it on the top because that's what I'm looking for. So 500 over 25 milligrams. Now I got milligrams at the bottom, but I got micrograms right here. You know, you can't put a microgram on top of a milligram because they're different by the factor of 1,000. Because remember, 1,000 little microgram crumbs makes 1 big milligram, right? So you can't put them on top of each other and expect for them to cross out because they don't. All right. So we'll do 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. Okay. So then we cross out our milligrams. Now I'll put my 55 micrograms per kilogram per hour on the bottom. And then I'll do my 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Kilograms crosses out. And then my patient weighs 18 pounds. And I'll put it over 1. 18 crosses out. And we've got milliliter at the top and hour at the bottom. You're right. 500 times 55 times 18 divided by 25 divided by 1,000 divided by 2.2 equals 9 milliliters per hour. Boom, baby. And don't forget to label your units after you do your math because they will count out for it. Okay. What time do I get off? I got a couple more questions and then this night. I got about 4 questions and I'm going to breeze through because it's time to go to bed. Alrighty. Let's see. Drug B is ordered to be given 15 milligrams per kilogram per day to be delivered in equally divided doses every 6 hours. So you see the order is for the total day and it's can't give it all at one time. You got to divide it by every 6 hours. So 24 divided by 6 means that they're going to get 4 doses in a day, right? The child weighs 35 pounds. How many milligrams per dose would the nurse deliver? All right. So what are we looking for? Milligram on the top and dose on the bottom. Okay. So we have 15 milligrams per kg per day. We know that in 1 day, because remember, we got to give it every 6 hours. We got, not 6 doses, 4. Sorry. I said 6 and then I wanted to write 6. My bad. And then the patient weighs 35 pounds. So if I'm looking for milligram, I'm going to start with my milligram. We just started, so we don't have these question problems. It's the basic problems. Yeah. So I might do heavy on the basic Wednesday. How about that? Yeah? Sound like a plan? And then towards the end, I'll do some more complicated ones. Deal? Alright. Because I know I got some private sessions that's coming up. So I don't want to make any promises and you be like, she said she was coming on. Then y'all gonna bring out the tiki torches like when I did that addition wrong in that input output question. Alright, anywho, 15 milligrams per kilogram per day. So now we need to get rid of the kilograms and the days, right? Because we got milligram at the top and we need dose at the bottom. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. And then we've got 35 pounds on the bottom and on the top, crosses out. And then we've got 1 day has 4 doses. And now we've got milligram at the top and dose at the bottom. Do you still work as an RN? So no, I don't work as an RN. I do tutor and I have a full-time business. I have a non-emergency medical transportation business. So I have a fleet of wheelchair vans and we take patients to dialysis, to doctor's appointments, to surgeries, to chemo, graduations, weddings, in the airport. So wherever you need to go in a wheelchair, we'll take you. Or if you're ambulatory. So let's see. We got 59.65. What if we want to round this to the nearest whole number? What would our answer be? Where'd I get 35 from? Ain't that how much they weigh? Do you keep my license active? I just stopped working, honestly. The second week of July. So yes, I will keep my license active. You know how hard we work for this stuff? Yeah. So yeah, if we rounded this to the nearest whole number, it'll be 60 milligrams per dose. Okay. Yeah, I would dare not let my license lapse. No. And I got a multi-state license. Baby, no. Do you have one that's per day? I'm sure I do. But I don't have it queued up for tonight. I'll add it on Wednesday. A provider orders drug X 12 units per kilogram per hour for a patient weighing 210 pounds. How many units per hour will the nurse administer? Okay. So we need to know how many units per hour. Okay. So 12 units per kg per hour is what's ordered. The patient weighs 210 pounds. Okay. Weight. So why was it 4 doses per day? Because you gave it every 6 hours. So 24 divided by 6 is going to be 4 doses. Does that make sense? Just like if it was every 12 hours, it'd be 24 divided by 12. So that means it'll be 2 doses in a day. Or if you have BID, TID, and QID. So BID is 2 times a day. So it'd be 2 doses in a day. TID is 3 doses in a day. So QID would be 4 doses in a day. All right. Okay. So what are we looking for? We are looking for units on the top and hour on the bottom. 12 units per kilogram per hour. So now I've got units on the top and hour on the bottom. So I've got to get rid of my kilograms. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds and 210 pounds over 1. You see how I have not did that NAN formula except for the ones that we did at the beginning where you had to have the formula for. These, you just set them up. You put your goal on the top. Okay, what's it asking me to find? Okay, I've got these puzzle pieces. I'm going to line them up and I'm going to cross them out, and then I'm going to multiply and divide. It could be as easy as this. And you see, we did simple problems, we did IV problems, we did weight-based, we did safe dose range. They asking us, how much the price of tea in China is, and we setting it up. So that's why I like dimensional analysis. It's really confusing. If you first see it and it's not taught to you well or broken down, and you just don't know what the heck is on the bottom, what's on the top, what's on the side. But once you get it and that light bulb comes on, oh baby, it shines bright. Yes. Then you can come in my live and say, yeah, I passed with 196, 95, and all this, that, and the third. Oh, I'm an NCLEX registered nurse or LPN or whatever. Yay. Love it. Real bright. Real bright, right? So what if this asked us now round it to the nearest tenths place? What would our answer be? Nurse Nikki, I teach nursing school and I have a hard time with this. Really, Nurse Nikki? Have you tried using the puzzle pieces? Can you do the calculator trick? Oh, yeah. Did I not do it? I'm sorry. I'm a math fanatic. Me too. Okay, Amber, I pray that you do well. Oh my gosh, we still got so many math tests and NCLEXs. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I did was, the calculator trick, right? Calculator trick. You do all of your numbers across the top, okay? So 12, I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference, okay? Times 210. Then I'm not going to hit equal. I'm going to put divide. And then the bottom numbers, which is 1, 2.2, and 1. I don't put the ones. I'm just going to put 2.2 because the ones don't matter. You can put them if you want to. If that makes you feel better, fine. But I'm not finna waste ATP, turn to glucose and Krebs cycle and all that stuff to put the numbers in. I'm being extra. Okay, 2.2. So then you hit the equal sign, and that's how you get that. Okay? I don't understand where everything is supposed to go. Nurse Nikki, what I start with is what I'm looking for. So this dimensional analysis, try it out, Chef Ash's back. Like, I think once you try it out and you get it, multiply across the top, divide across the bottom, equal. It's just like that. It's like that, y'all. All right, Nurse Nikki. Dimensional analysis is based off relationships. So 1 hour equals 60 minutes, 1 minute equals 60 seconds, a day is 24 hours, 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms, all of that, right? So what you want to do, you're going from unit to unit to unit. So you're crossing out your units until you get what you are looking for. So in this instance, we were looking for units at the top and hours at the bottom. So I write what goes together or what's single, because if it's nothing that is related to in the problem, that's okay. We'll put it over 1 because anything over 1 is going to be itself, okay? So I start with what I'm looking for every time. Some people say, start with your order or start with what you have. I start with what I'm looking for because I know I'm going to have units at the top and everything else has to cross out except for hours at the bottom. If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. Okay? So we had 12 units per kilogram per hour. When you have those 3 instances together, 1 unit goes at the top, the other 2 are at the bottom. So I put that first. So I know I had part of the goal already there. Then I had hour at the bottom, which is also part of the goal. But then we got kilogram. So I know that's got to go. So the next thing that I know, I'm going to put kilogram at the top so it crosses out. So that's when I did my 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. It crossed out. So then what did I have left? Pounds. It had to go. and I had my puzzle piece that had 210 pounds. So I threw it up to the top so it'll cross out with what's on the bottom. It's not with anything. I say it's living single Khadijah, Regine, Maxine. I'm telling my age, whatever. But it's by itself. Anything over 1 is going to be itself. So it's more so of a placeholder to say, hey, this goes on this top line of numbers that has to be multiplied. And then the units crossed out. So everything was gone on the top and the bottom except for units per hour. And that's how you do all of them. All of them. We can start from the basic conversions and do it the same way. Okay. Is this the last one? I think I got one more. I'm so nervous for my dosage cal quiz. I pray that you do well, and hopefully this is helping you a little. I literally have a dosage and solution test tomorrow. That's so cool and easier. I got the same answer as you. I've been trying to tell you. I'm trying to help you. As long as you're cross-canceling to get to your goal, you cannot get it wrong with dimensional analysis. Exactly. Can you do the formula method? I hate dimensional analysis. I don't have a formula for this one. And so that's just the thing. Like, if you don't have a formula for it, you just have to do it kind of mathematically. Let me see. If you were doing this with dimensional, you would divide your pounds by 2.2 to get kilograms, and you will do 12 units times kilograms, and that'll give you your hours. But of course, you have to do more steps and individually, of course. What's the rule of thumb where you stop the decimal if it doesn't say round to the nearest tenth? It's different for everybody. Some people say to the 10, some people say to the 100. I put to the hundreds on there unless it's telling me specifically, because then, you know, anything past 100 just gets kind of frivolous. So I say to the 100. But, you know, do whatever Hesse, ATI, whoever has the power to flunk or pass you tells you. Okay? I'm going live Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And your test is on Thursday, Ashley. I pray you do well. If pounds was needed on the bottom per se, could you put 1 over 210? Huh? What do you mean? Lauren, what you talking about? Felicity, bestie, can you do dilution? I can do it on Wednesday. What is the calculator test? The calculator trick, Bastion? Is that what you're talking about? So we don't do the hour portion of it. The hour was already included with that first puzzle piece. So it's already there. You don't have to convert what's already there. Only what's not there. If you start with what you need, then does it matter the order you cancel things out? No, but it seems to just kind of fall in place. If you start with what you're looking for, then you like come to everything else and it's just like, okay, what's at the bottom? Put it at the top. What's at the bottom? Put it at the top. Does that make sense? Do we only divide by the hour if it is a number of hours? I'm not sure I understand. You only divide by the hour. So if it was if you had minutes at the bottom and it was telling you you needed hours, that's when you would do the conversion. So you have to pay attention to your units. So if you're doing dimensional analysis and you're not writing your units by your number, you're doing yourself a great disservice, because that's how you tell what comes next. How you know what to cross out, what's on the top and on the bottom, if you're not writing your units by your numbers. Okay? So that can explain it a little bit better. The calculator trick, you do all of your numbers across the top line of numbers. You hit multiply in between those, and then once you get to the end of the line, you hit divide, and then you go to the bottom and you hit all of those numbers, and in between those you hit divide. So multiply across the top, divide across the bottom, equal sign one time, and that's how you do the calculator trick. Can you use a calculator on the NCLEX? Yes, they have one on the computer. Can you show... Okay, I think I just did calculator trick. You're probably not going to see a calculation. Yeah. Okay, I got 1,145.4. Would that still count? I divided 210 by 2. And see, that's the thing. When uh jer jer or is it a soft H like J like a I don't know. Anyways, you lady. That's what I'm talking about. So when you sit there and you convert the weight and you cut off the decimals, you get little kind of funny off answers. So if you didn't put it right inside like ATI or HESI and it's not exactly what they asked for, you possibly could get it wrong. So that's why I say I let the math and then I round at the end. So yep. You got it, Amber? Okay. All right. And then it's an extra step. I'm trying to do this the easiest way possible. I got 2 more problems. I'm going to bed. Okay. All right. The nurse is preparing to administer drug L 2 milligrams per minute via IV continuously. Available is drug L 200 mgs and 200 milliliters of lactated ringers. The nurse should set the IV pump to deliver how many milliliters per hour. We'll round our answer to the nearest whole number. Kidoki. So what are we looking for? We are looking for milliliters per hour. Okay. So we've got 2 milligrams per minute. And we got 200 milligrams and 200 milliliters. Okay. Those are the only 2 puzzle pieces that they give us. Thank y'all for the gifts. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the likes and the follows. Yeah, appreciate it. All right, so milliliters on the top. So I'm going to use this one. 200 ml over 200 mg. Okay, so now I've got milligrams at the bottom. I need milligrams at the top. I've got my puzzle piece right here. I'm about to roll it right there to the top. 2 mgs per minute. So now you see we got minute at the bottom, right? We need hour. So I'll do 60 minutes is 1 hour. Minute crosses out, and now I've got milliliter per hour. And that's that. And that's that. Bye. Y'all be watching his videos. They tickle me so bad. Like, it is so accurate. Alrighty. 200 equals 120 ml per hour. Makes sense. Makes dollars. Makes sense. Y'all still with me? Chief Keef, are you with me? Y'all got kind of quiet on this one. All right. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for sharing the likes. Thank you for the likes. Sharing the live. Thank you for the likes. Lord. Okay. One more. You got it? Hey, turn up. Hopefully it's starting to make a little sense. Hopefully the light is getting a little bit brighter. I take my math proficiency test soon. You've been so helpful. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad I could help. This one made sense. They all make sense, but I understood that one. Good. Hopefully they all just kind of pop out at you. They get a little bit addicting. I be scrolling past people on Facebook or on social media, and they're like, oh, help me solve this one. I'm like, I ain't gonna do it. And I was like, I got to do it. You're an angel sent from heaven. I'm so glad I found you. Thank you so much. That is so sweet, Indy. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I can help out because, yeah, makes so much sense. Hey, turn up. Turn up. Yes. So y'all got to come back here and tell me how you passed your quizzes and your tests and your proficiencies and your NCLEXs so we can clap it up for you too. Okay? Last one. We just did this one, didn't we? No. This is different. Okay. A patient is receiving drug L via IV continuous infusion at 2 mgs per minute. The order is to increase the rate to 4 milligrams per minute. Drug L is available as 100 milligrams and 250 D5W. So how many milliliters per hour should the infusion pump be set to achieve the new rate? So this is what's called a titration. Titration is big word, change the rate. Okay? All right? Stop letting these words punk you out. You see these big paragraphs and terms and y'all are just shooketh, right? No. IV titration is just meaning it changed. They changed the rate, okay? So it was going at 2 milligrams per minute. They want you to change it to 4 milligrams per minute. You have this drug available, and what are we going to be looking for? Milliliter per hour. Okie dokie? All right. So we want ml on the top and hour on the bottom. Do y'all write it out like this when you're practicing like goals and puzzle pieces? Let me know. All right. So then we're going to use the new rate, which is 4 milligrams per minute. All right. 100 milligrams is 250 milliliters. Okay. No, but I love it. Okay, at least you're honest. I'll take that, Amber. So, listen, and like I tell people to write the goal and write your puzzle pieces out, because if you have stuff like this, or like when they get really long, like those heparin problems, then you're trying to go back and forth in the problem and then setting it up. So you already kind of shaky on dimensional analysis until you get, comfortable with it. Then you're trying to find what pieces that you're supposed to be using. So that's why I just suggest put your goal, what you're looking for. Then boom, on the side, what you got to work with. So then you just exit out as you go along and you're like, okay, I got everything. So I don't know, if you're having a little bit of problem, try it out. Try it out. Okay, so milliliter has to go on the top. So I'll use this puzzle piece, 250 ml over 100 mg. Okay, then I have 4 milligrams per minute to cross out my milligrams. Next, I've got minute at the bottom, so I need minute at the top. 60 ml, 60 minutes is 1 hour. Let me fix it, because y'all chop my head smooth off with her head. Oh, now we've got milliliter on the top and hour at the bottom. You better fix it, Jazzy. They're going to get you too. I write the pieces as I read the problem, then the goal is, and I go for there. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we'll do the calculator trick. So 250 times 4 times 60. So 250 times 4 times 60 divide 100 equals 600 mLs per hour. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. He is worthy to be praised. Always. 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 Okay. So you make it look so easy because I want you to be easy too. Be easy. Okay. So I'll be back on Wednesday night. I'm going to do heavy, super simple, super intro stuff at first. Okay. But for my A1s from day ones who got some stuff coming up toward the end, I'll add in a little bit more complicated. Okay. All right. If you would like to view this session, you can go to my YouTube channel. I'm about to cut the live off right now. Thank you, YouTubers, for tuning in.